Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we gather on this occasion to flag the dawn of multiple milestones. Without further ado, may I now request Lieutenant General Harpal Singh, Engineering Chief, to kindly come forward for the address, please.
माननीय रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह, रक्षा राज्य मंत्री श्री अजय भट्ट, वायुसेना अध्यक्ष, नौसेना अध्यक्ष, सेना अध्यक्ष, सेक्रेटरी DRDO, DG कोस्ट गार्ड, एडिशनल सेक्रेटरीज DMA एंड माइटी, अन्य उपस्थित गणमान्य व्यक्ति और मीडिया से मेरे मित्र। 21वीं सदी की भारतीय सेना अपनी ऑपरेशनल और फंक्शनल एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाने के लिए चल रहे रिफॉर्म्स और परिवर्तन पर ध्यान केंद्रित कर रही है और कैपेबिलिटी डेवलपमेंट एंड फोर्स मॉडर्नाइजेशन की दिशा में लगातार काम कर रही है। सरकार ने इंडिजिनस डिज़ाइंस को बढ़ावा देने के लिए देश में रक्षा उपकरणों का विकास और निर्माण और एक सस्टेनेबल डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रियल इकोसिस्टम्स बनाने के लिए विभिन्न पॉलिसी एक्शंस शुरू किए हैं। ऑटोमेशन द्वारा मॉडर्नाइजेशन को जारी रखते हुए MES ने डिजिटल इंडिया मिशन को फॉलो करते हुए डिजिटल परिवर्तन की दिशा में अपनी यात्रा शुरू की है। एक सॉफ्टवेयर आधारित एप्लीकेशन वेब बेस्ड प्रोजेक्ट मॉनिटरिंग पोर्टल को कार्यों की प्रोग्रेस और मॉनिटरिंग के लिए माननीय रक्षा मंत्री जी ने पिछले वर्ष शुभारंभ किया था। इसके अलावा आज 7 और गवर्नेंस वेब एप्लीकेशंस का विकास निर्धारित समय में पूरा किया गया है। डिजिटल इंडिया मिशन के तहत 200 वीडियो मॉड्यूल्स बनाए गए हैं जो कि लेटेस्ट कंस्ट्रक्शन टेक्निक्स, सस्टेनेबल टेक्नोलॉजीज, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट में नए रुझानों के विषयों पर नॉलेज बेस के रूप में काम करेंगे। मैं वेब बेस्ड प्रोजेक्ट मॉनिटरिंग पोर्टल, गवर्नेंस एप्लीकेशंस और ट्रेनिंग मॉड्यूल्स को विकसित करने के लिए का श्रेय डिफेंस सेक्रेटरी को देता हूं, जिन्होंने मुझे बाइजैक जैसी प्रीमियर इंस्टीट्यूशन से इंट्रोड्यूस कराया, फिर DMA और माइटी का समर्थन मिला। मैं डॉक्टर TP सिंह DG बाइजैक और रियर एडमिरल मोहित गुप्ता DG डिफेंस साइबर एजेंसी का भी बहुत आभारी हूं, जिन्होंने इसमें बहुत बड़ा योगदान दिया। सरकार की नीतियों और विजन के अनुकूल स्वच्छ भारत अभियान, सुमग्य भारत, डिजिटल इंडिया मिशन, ग्रीन बिल्डिंग्स, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, रिडक्शन ऑफ कार्बन फुटप्रिंट, प्रमोशन ऑफ योगा एंड फिट इंडिया आदि को मद्देनजर रखते हुए स्केल्स ऑफ अकोमोडेशन 2022 को हाल ही में माननीय रक्षा मंत्री द्वारा अनुमोदित किया गया था। आत्मनिर्भरता पर स्पष्ट ध्यान देने के साथ इक्विपमेंट मॉडर्नाइजेशन के लिए एक ठोस अभियान में भारतीय सेना द्वारा कई इक्विपमेंट इंडक्ट किए गए हैं। फ्यूचर इंडियन इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर एज अ सिस्टम, आधुनिक T-90 टैंक के लिए थर्मल इमेजिंग साइट, हैंडल थर्मल इमेजर और निपिन माइन को न्यू फैमिली ऑफ माइंस के तहत सेवा में शामिल किया जा रहा है। इसके अलावा सेमी रगडाइज्ड ऑटोमेटिक एक्सचेंज, फ्रीक्वेंसी मैपिंग रेडियो रिले, इन्फेंट्री प्रोटेक्टेड मोबिलिटी व्हीकल्स, क्विक रिएक्शन फाइटिंग व्हीकल्स और लैंडिंग क्राफ्ट असॉल्ट्स को शामिल करके पूर्वी लद्दाख के दुर्गम इलाकों में गतिशीलता की चुनौतियों को काफ़ी हद तक दूर कर लिया गया है। ऑपरेशनल कैपेबिलिटीज़ को बढ़ाने के अलावा सियाचिन ब्रिगेड में सोलर पावर प्लांट का भी निर्माण किया गया है। मैं चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ जनरल मनोज पांडे की तरफ से भारतवर्ष को ये आश्वासन देता हूँ कि चाहे वो हमारी पश्चिमी सीमा हो या पूर्वी लद्दाख के ठंडे रेगिस्तान हो, भारतीय सेना किसी भी स्थिति का डटकर सामना करने के लिए तैयार है। अंत में मैं इस अवसर पर माननीय रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह, माननीय रक्षा राज्य मंत्री श्री अजय भट्ट और अन्य गणमान्यों के बहुमूल्य समर्थन और मार्गदर्शन के लिए धन्यवाद देता हूँ। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir. In pursuit to vision of Digital India mission, Military Engineering Services has aggressively stage forwarded towards implementation of several e-governance projects. The first e-initiative, web-based project monitoring portal, was rolled out by the auspicious hands of Honorable Raksha Mantri ji last year. Since then, the portal effectively enables monitoring of pan-India capital works from inception to their completion. There are approximately 15,000 works being monitored by all stakeholders today. As highlighted by Engineering Chief, this will enable a paradigm shift in unlocking digital transformation in the MES. I shall now briefly cover the aspects on all web applications individually which have been put to effective use. Electronic measurement book. A conventional measurement book is an auditable document to record measurements made by the junior engineers at the work site. Therefore, electronic measurement book will enable our on-ground executives to record measurements in real time with monitoring at all levels. The application will be accessed by executives and the working contractors. The system will generate pre-formatted mandatory reports such as abstracts, bills, vouchers, work done statements. Budget management portal. The portal automates budget management process in terms of preparing budgetary estimates, demand of funds, allocations, reappropriation / surrender of funds, and discharge construction accounts maintained at the subdivisions. The user interface here shows a garrison engineer making job-wise projection to his commander works engineer. Cash book management system. It is a voucher-based accounting system to automate the existing cash books at garrison engineer office. The process enables digitization of cash books, generating timestamp reports such as the payment summaries, expenditures, vouchers. This is an interface to illustrate a cashier at garrison engineer office in viewing the consolidated payments made. Work estimation application. The portal enables our on-ground executives in expeditiously and accurately preparing replicable work estimates for planned infrastructure projects. The solution has been developed based on databases of standard schedule of rates, estimated data, plinth area rates, and prevailing market rates. The process will enable preparation of rough indication of costs, approximate estimates, draft cost schedule. Contractor and consultant enlistment portal. The application streamlines the process of enlistment of contractors and consultants, brings in visible objectivity, and will open better accessibility for the applicants. It will facilitate a single window mechanism for enlistment, re-enlistment, category upgradations, carrying out performance evaluations, and monitoring workload returns of contractors, and reduces the human interface. The application will greatly foster transparency and also create a repository of all working contractors. This is a pro forma of the contractor to upload his requisite documents based on mandated checklists. Construction Material, Products and Technology Portal, also known as CMPT Portal. It captures latest policy on construction material, products, technology being used in MES with aim to procure best brands of paramount quality. The policy gives inherent flexibility with respect to decentralized approvals and paves way for the reputed brands in introducing new products in the environment. The application eases out the process of approvals and renewables by bridging the gap between the vendor and approving authorities. The platform will foster transparency and efficiency greatly. The screen illustrates a list of vendors who have applied for registrations to the concerned approving authority. AMWP Scrutiny and Tracking Application is a land-based application to track annual major works being received at the ENC's branch from respective service headquarters for scrutiny. The application has been evolved to track and monitor cases intricately within the ENC's branch. It enhances top-down visibility and enables real-time monitoring. The dashboard here indicates summarized glance and status of various cases. May I now request Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji and all the dignitaries to kindly do the honors in releasing the user manuals of all 7 portals, please. Future Infantry Soldier as a system, FINSAS. The Future Infantry Soldier is being equipped with 3 primary subsystems.
जय श्रीमान, श्रीमान, मैं एक फ्यूचर इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर को दर्शाता हूँ। श्रीमान, भारतीय सेना ने एक मॉडल इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर के लिए एक लेथली पावर बढ़ाने के लिए AK-203 असॉल्ट राइफल को इक्विप किया है, जिसका रेंज 300 मीटर है। यह AK सीरीज का पहला स्वदेशी एकमात्र हथियार है। दूसरा, सर्वाइवेबिलिटी। श्रीमान, इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर की सर्वाइवेबिलिटी के लिए इंडियन आर्मी ने बैलिस्टिक हेलमेट, बैलिस्टिक गूगल, ब्लड प्रूफ जैकेट, एल्बो पैड, नी पैड दिया है। हेलमेट और ब्लड प्रूफ जैकेट 9mm और AK-47 जैसे घातक हथियारों के बुलेट से प्रोटेक्ट करता है। टारगेट एक्विजिशन और कम्युनिकेशन। टारगेट एक्विजिशन के लिए भारतीय सेना ने एक मॉडर्न इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर को होलोग्राफिक साइट की सुविधा दी है, जो कि राइफल पर माउंटेड है। इसका रेंज 200 मीटर है। रात के समय देखने और दुश्मन को अंगेज करने के लिए भारतीय सेना ने एक मॉडर्न इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर को नाइट साइट की सुविधा दी गई है, जो कि हेलमेट पर माउंटेड है। इस साइट को एक मॉडर्न इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर अपनी सुविधा के अनुसार देख सकता है, बदली कर सकता है। कम्युनिकेशन। कम्युनिकेशन के लिए भारतीय सेना ने एक इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर को कमांडर हेडसेट, जो कि हैंड फ्री काम करता है, की सुविधा दी है। इसके द्वारा एक मॉडर्न इन्फेंट्री सोल्जर अपने साथियों और अपने कमांडर के संपर्क में रहता है। जय हिंद श्रीमान।
Handheld thermal imager uncooled. This equipment is for surveillance and detection. It gives visibility in both day and night and in adverse weather conditions to the soldiers to detect enemy movement and activities. The lightweight imager has a capability to detect vehicles up to 3 kilometers and human targets at 1.5 kilometers. The indigenously developed HSTIs have been produced by Tongo Imaging Private Limited, Bengaluru. Induction of these images will provide operational edge to the frontline troops. Commander Thermal Imaging Sight for Tank T90. The equipment gives enhanced visibility and range to the commanders of armored columns. Earlier in our Tank T90, we had the image intensification system, which had its own limitations and constraints. The limitations have been overcome by use of thermal imaging sight produced by Indian Optel Limited. The thermal imaging sight have capability to detect heat signatures of enemy tanks and equipment, and thus better for detection and targeting. This is the third generation thermal imaging sight. This equipment can function at -20 degrees centigrade and therefore has given immense boost to our mechanized forces and tanks deployed at northern borders. Mine anti-personnel Nippon. For a long time, Indian Army has been using vintage NMM14 mines. With the efforts of Armament Research and Development Establishment Pune and Indian industry, a new Indian mine named Nippon has been developed. The mine will enhance the protection provided to our troops on the soldiers. The mine is more potent and effective than existing anti-personnel mine. Downlink equipment with recording facility. Sir, as you are aware, our helicopters carry out constant reconnaissance and surveillance of our borders and operational areas. When the helicopters are out for their missions, the reconnaissance data observed is recorded in the system and can be accessed only when the helicopters return to the base. Sometimes, operational and time-critical information are not accessible to the commanders due to unavailability of real-time information for analysis. The equipment has been produced indigenously by Exicom Private Limited and is fitted on advanced light helicopters. This capability has now been acquired by the Indian Army. Semi-ruggedized automatic exchange system Mark II. Indian Army had exchanges that provided line communications to the operationally deployed units. However, there were limitations in terms of numbers of subscribers and quantum of data that could be communicated. Also, the equipment could not work with latest internet protocol technology. A new system has been developed by Bharat Electronics Limited, Kodwar, and is being used by Indian Army, which overcomes all inadequacies of the older system. It is compatible with plethora of modern communication and surveillance system. Upgraded radio relay frequency hopping. As you're aware, in challenging forward areas where no lines or other forms of communication are available, Army has to extend its communication system. With this radio relay system, forward troops are in position to operate their communication equipment and radio sets at much longer ranges and in greater depths than heretofore. This is an advanced system with frequency hopping technology and a very high capacity. It has been developed by Bharat Electronics Limited, Bengaluru. Solar power project. One of the most challenging terrain and operational sectors of a country is Siachen Glacier. The complete power requirement in the area to operate various equipment was met through captive generator supply. Use of kerosene oil and other conventional sources of energy were predominant. At the behest of President of India, a solar photovoltaic plant has now been installed to improve the overall energy requirements and obviate dependence on fossil fuels. The solar plant has greatly augmented power supply at Partapur. The harnessed energy is being used for sustenance, security light and key installations. Now we go live to Partapur to witness the inauguration. We thank Raksha Mantri Ji for having dedicated the solar plant to the nation. Now I shall briefly describe the three equipment located at Pengangso for their inauguration by Honorable Raksha Mantri through the live stream. Landing craft assault. We already have boats operating on Pengangso Lake, however, they have limited capabilities. The landing craft assault is much more versatile and has overcome the limitations of launch, speed, capacity. The LCA can carry 35 troops and have thus enhanced our capability to operate across the water obstacle in eastern Ladakh. LCA has been indigenously developed by Aquarius Shipyard Limited, Goa. Mini remotely piloted aerial system. Apart from the Air Force aircrafts and Heron UAVs, which have their limitations to operate at tactical level, Indian Army has restricted capability for surveillance, detection and reconnaissance at the level of infantry battalion and mechanized units. The RPS has given all three capabilities to the battalion commander, and today Indian Army is much better in acquiring real-time information than our adversary at the tactical level. Infantry Protected Mobility Vehicle, IPMV. There are a large number of infantry soldiers at northern borders with no protection and limited mobility. This has been overcome to a large extent by induction of two types of high mobility vehicles. The first one is Infantry Protected Mobility Vehicle made by Tata Advanced System Limited, which is like a mini BMP. In addition to high mobility, this vehicle provides enhanced protection to the infantry soldiers inside it. The second vehicle, Quick Reaction Fighting Vehicle, shall be covered subsequently. Now we go live to the shores of Pengangso to witness the inauguration. We can now see the troops embarking the LCA. It can easily accommodate up to 35 troops and move with great agility, speed, even during inclement weather conditions. We see the second LCA arriving to the shore. And the troops are preparing themselves to disembark. The boat is a force multiplier even at 14,500 feet in terms of its agility and robustness. Now we witness the ease at which the RPAS soar high into the sky in the given field conditions. We also witness the ease at which the RPS lands at its designated place. IPMV. We can see the ease at which the IPMV moves with its fully laden capacity through the rough terrains. The rugged hydraulic suspension is capable of adjusting individually, provides an excellent mobility, speed, agility and crew comfort. We thank Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji for handing over the LCA, RPA and IPMV to the Indian Army. Quick Reaction Fighting Vehicle Medium. The second vehicle, along with Infantry Mobility Protected Vehicle for enhanced mobility of our troops in eastern Ladakh, is a Quick Reaction Fighting Vehicle Medium. It facilitates quick deployment of troops and will enable much faster reaction. The vehicles have been procured from Tata Advanced System Limited. These are tailor-made vehicles with high mobility, enhanced firepower and protection. It will facilitate in creating moral ascendancy in our northern borders. Now we go live to Nimmo to witness the inauguration. Quick Reaction Fighting Vehicle is a multi-role, state-of-the-art, indigenously developed vehicle. We can now see the troops embarking into the vehicle with agility and speed. The vehicle now moves with great ease in rugged terrains. Soon after reaching its location, we will witness the troops disembarking and quickly taking their defense. We thank Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji for handing over QRFV to the Indian Army. May I now request Chief of Army Staff to kindly escort the Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji to do the honors in physically handing over the equipment, please. May I request Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji to formally dedicate FNSAS to the Indian Army. Handheld thermal imager uncooled. The HHTI. Thank you, sir. Moving on to the next equipment, mine anti-personnel Nippon. Thank you, sir. There are certain other equipments which are being handed over today as displayed on the table. May I now request Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji to kindly do the honors in formally handing over the equipment. The first equipment placed on the table is Commander Thermal Imaging Sight for Tank T-90. Downlink equipment with recording facility. Semi-ruggedized automatic exchange system Mark II. Upgraded radio relay, frequency hopping. Thank you, sir.